Howdy YouTube, I'm back. I wanted to first start off with thanking everyone for both watching my videos and reading my blog. I've been getting a lot of in-person comments from my friends and my family and even just acquaintances, people who have been watching and reading my stuff and getting some really good feedback on it, and thank you. Thank you very much. It feels really good. It's not necessarily the reason why I'm doing it. I'm doing it mostly for cathartic reasons, to get things off my chest. I very much internalize everything, and it's just really good to get things out. It feels really good. It seems to be a pretty constant trend, or that my videos and my blogs are about love and relationships. It seems that that's just the way it's going to go, and I've decided that instead of being instead of trying to block that, I should embrace it, because it's really letting me truly be the person I am. This is the first time, as I've discussed, and the first time in years that I've officially been my own person and not been codependent on another person and all that stuff. So I'm really, in the last 5 months, I've really started to find myself and be one with myself, and it feels really good. It feels really good. So why shouldn't that be a theme over relationships or love in general? Why can't that be a main theme for my life and for my videos and my posts and stuff? Why not? As I discussed in my last video, I'm sort of going through the breakup process all over again. Tedious process. It's not necessarily as catastrophic as it was when it first happened. You know, any relationship when it ends is going to be, the cat's about to jump, any relationship that ends, it doesn't feel good. You know, it feels like the end of the world, you know, it's whatever dramatic description you have for it. It doesn't feel good. But I've dealt with it really nicely and really effectively, efficiently, whatever. I've dealt with it in the last 5 months. Unfortunately, I decided to still be good friends with my ex, and that ended up turning out not good at all. Did not work out well at all. So here I am, a week after breakup number, technically 3. Technically 3. It actually feels good. It actually feels good not to be in contact with him and to not think about him. I mean, we're still sort of going through some pettiness a little bit, but it's bound to happen. But it sort of brought up an interesting question for me. And I'm sure a lot of people have thought about it, have also thought about it. I've recently started putting myself out there on the market in terms of meeting new people and dating and being interested in dating. I'm not interested in entering a state of codependence. I'm not interested to U-haul it or any of that stuff. I'm simply not interested. I'm interested in my own autonomy first. But I'm also interested in meeting new people and seeing where that's taking me. I'm not closing myself off to the idea or the possibility of a relationship, but I'm not looking for that. It's not something I'm looking for. But my question is, how long do you wait? How long do you wait before that becomes something that you'll be ready for? Or will I ever be ready for it? Will I ever know I'll be ready for it? And that's sort of my question. How long does it take after a serious relationship to even contemplate the idea of dating or getting into another serious relationship? Am I moving too quickly with meeting new people? I've gone on about a half dozen dates in the last 2 weeks with various people. Has mostly gone well. Actually, it's all gone well, really. I haven't been interested in a lot of them, but it's gone really well, and I've even gone on second and third ones with some people. I'm not interested in serial dating. That's not something I'm interested in. I'm interested in friends mostly, and maybe the possibility of something blossoming from that. But to get back to my point is, how long do I wait? I just ended a relationship, a really significant relationship of 4 years, 5 months ago. Is it too soon? Has it been enough time? And I know that in terms of time frame and everything, I know that that's different for everybody. I know that's going to vary across the board with everybody. You know, some people can move on really quickly. Some people have to brood and be angsty for a while in order to get through it. I'm not really sure who I am. I know that like I said, I internalize a lot of things. I know that over 4 years ago, when I broke up with my first ex, Kyle, and I met Logan briefly after that, I didn't get over him probably for about a year. But I had started dating Logan about a month and a half, no, actually about 2 months after Kyle and I broke up. And Kyle and I were together for a long time, a little less than 2 years. We were together for a while. But I started dating Logan 2 months after that relationship had ended. And I was devastated. That relationship, my relationship with Kyle, wasn't as adult as it was with Logan, but it devastated me. I went through a downward spiral. I drank a lot. I was philandering and being reckless with people's hearts and being reckless with my own body and my own mental state and my own emotions completely. But I sort of moved on really quickly. Now, when I met Logan, I knew that he was someone I wanted to be with, but I wasn't anywhere near over Kyle. But I went with it. It ended up working out for me, I think, because our relationship ended up lasting just a little under 4 years. It was a good relationship. And of course that ended, blah, blah, blah. So I'm thinking to myself, like, a lot of people say you need time to be your own self, to gain your own autonomy, etc., etc., etc. But then when I look back on that, I think to myself, like, well, I didn't need that. You know what I mean? Yeah, it took me almost a full year to get over that relationship completely, but I had already embarked on a new chapter in my life in terms of a relationship. Of course, there are other variables to consider. My relationship with Kyle was great, and I did love him, and etc. But it wasn't necessarily an adult relationship. I always say that it was sort of like summer vacation that lasted too long. Now, I'm not trying to trivialize that relationship at all in any degree. I loved Kyle, and I still do to this day. He's a great human being. But in terms of a real adult relationship, was it on par as it was with Logan? Do you see what I'm saying? So I'm thinking to myself that I can't necessarily go by those guidelines, because I think that would just be a setup for disaster right now, based upon all that information. So yeah, I'd love to sort of get to see what other people think. I'm not the only person on this planet has gone through a breakup. You know what I mean? There's people out there that are even in worse situations than I am. So I do want to acknowledge how privileged and how lucky I am in my own life, and how happy I ultimately am. But yeah, I would love to know, or to discuss maybe with some people about, not necessarily the guidelines. I don't necessarily think that there's universal guidelines. Everything is relative. Just to see what other people think about this topic. So yeah, get back to me. You can comment, you can ask me questions, or everyone has just sort of been texting me or talking to me in person after watching my videos or seeing my blog. So that's cool too. So yeah, I'd love to get a discussion going. Bye.